This is the power bank that Apple needs to make and refine. Hey, this is Scott Weidenkipowicz, a storyteller with a camera, talking about all the things photographers like you and I are thinking about. And in this video, we're going to be talking about a power bank for MagSafe. This is my iPhone 12 Pro Max. As you can see, I have the leather case on here with a MagSafe wallet that's attached. And when you put it on and when you take it off, it's very identifiable as a MagSafe product. One of the things that has always bothered me about iPhones or phones in general that have built-in batteries that cannot be swapped out, which is basically most smartphones these days, is that the power banks are always something you have to plug into. Now, more recently, companies like Mophie and Anker have made Qi-style chargers as power banks, where you take your device and you just sit it on top of it. But the problem is that if you're holding the device, they don't stay. They'll literally just slide off. I've always wanted a power bank for my phones that would just attach to the back. And there were companies who made it, but you had to have their case and you couldn't just use a regular Apple case. You couldn't just use no case. You had to use a specific thing. Well, now that is changing. ChargeFast is a company who makes power banks, and this is it's the 5X power, and this looks like a regular power bank. It has a USB-C port for charging and then a regular USB-B port for outputting to a device. But it's also a Qi charger, so you can take any smartphone that uses Qi charging and put it on there and it will start charging the phone. What they did is even cooler. You can take the power bank and magnetize it using MagSafe to the phone. All you gotta do is hit the button to turn it on. You'll see the lights come on saying it's on. And now it's charging. Now, the nice thing about this is that I can use my phone as I am charging it. I can even play video games if I want as I'm charging it, and I don't have to worry about this thing falling off. It is not going anywhere. MagSafe is actually really strong of a magnet. It has a limit, but for the most part, this is not going anywhere. Until when you're all done, you literally just pull it off the phone. So I would love to see Apple make this, but I would refine a couple things. Now, if you are familiar with Apple's battery cases, the silicone cases that they have made, you'll know that it's pretty thin. It's got a tiny bump where the battery is in the case. Now imagine if you have a leather or a silicone case, and then you have the power bank, which actually matches that case, whether silicone or leather wrapped. And it's thinner than this. This is pretty thick. This is a 5,000 milliamp battery. Not as much as my Anker battery pack, but pretty good for one that just snaps onto the back of the phone. But imagine if this was something that looked more like the phone, so it looked more organic to your phone case, and it was thinner, maybe even longer to go closer to the bottom, and maybe even up more to go closer to the lip, the little bezel around the lenses. That would make this very sleek, and I think Apple could even take it a step further and make it so that either MagSafe or a regular Qi charger could also charge the power bank if you don't want to use the USB-C port, and hopefully Apple sticks with USB-C. So that's my thoughts on the Apple MagSafe Power. I really hope that they go ahead and make something like this. Otherwise, ChargeFast. I will link to this in the description below. Check it out if you don't have one and you're looking for something like it. And be sure to subscribe.